So those who are also missing some classes, you could always catch up sa ating YouTube. I'm uploading yung actual classes natin doon. And the slides, meron din tayo sa group chat. So please, you can um, review if you need to, or just catch up if you miss some. So sino dito yung nakagawa ng assignment? Listing down nung 5 to 10 ride or die circle of friends natin. 'Di ba? Umabot ba ng 10 or 5? Okay, yan. 10 daw kay kay Mara. 5, yan. So yes, di siya madali, 'di ba? Then unless you have a lot of people, then you have to narrow them down. Sino ba talaga yung pinaka-important? May prioritization sa mga friends, no? Or you have a high standard ng tingin mo na ride or die or very close friend. So iba-iba yon. Give me a sec. Lilipat lang ako ng internet connection. Yan. Malinaw ba yung voice ko saka yung video ko? You can press like if yes. If not, I'll go back to the other network. Malabo. Okay. Mas maganda yung kanina, no? Okay. I'll go back there. Okay. There you go. Um, and also yung mentor. We are not used to having this or counsel or teacher, di ba? Kasi sa school natin naranasan yung may mentor or teacher. If you also are a yoga teacher, you consider someone as a yoga teacher as well. Pero paano ba yung relationship? Is it after the certification tapos na? Or you still have that connection? And may different types of teacher. I remember nagtanong nito si Meryl, tama ba? Regarding teachers. So tonight, we will study about them. And yung mga different types. And how we should reciprocate yung sa relationship ng student and teacher. Or mentor and teacher. So, sino dito yung may nasulat na mentor? Yan, okay. That's good. That's good that we're able to identify. And thank you din pala dun sa mga nag-ask to be, me to serve as the mentor. Mm, it's gonna be, how do you call this? Adventurous mentor and mentee relationship. Because I'm gonna bring you to other services. We're gonna do some um, charity works after this pandemic or tingnan natin or other stuff so we could serve. So say thank you din sa mga gumawa ng assignment who read the 4.34. I don't know if nakabisado niyo yung verse, but we will discuss that later. So, the Bhagavad-Gita, Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. Session 8 na tayo. So, we're trying to discuss yung essence pa lang ng Bhagavad-Gita. Actually, scratching the surface lang to yung ginagawa natin. And we're picking up important topics as well as yung mga important verses. Then, ayun yung didiscuss natin. So, very important yon na matutunan natin. So, ito yung mga bagay na very important for us. Kasi knowledge is our foundation. But not any mundane knowledge. The knowledge that is coming from the Supreme or the knowledge that would help us live our life. Kumbaga yung manual of life nga natin. Transcendental means beyond the material knowledge. Transcend. You transcend. You go beyond the material knowledge. So, it's a spiritual knowledge, in other words. So, sino ba yung best na makapagbigay ng transcendental or spiritual knowledge? Of course, yung the Supreme. Kaya nga yung Bhagavad Gita is His words. spoken by Him, sung by Him. So, hindi mo na kailangan maghanap pa ng ibang nag-interpret nung sinabi niya. Siya mismo yung nagsabi. So, ito yung um, acronym natin ngayon. EARS. 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 Kasi, the importance of hearing, ears is one of the most important senses. Receiving senses. Pag natulog ka, the sight is resting unless you're dreaming. Pero yung eyes are resting, your mouth, your nose. Minsan di mo rin nararamdaman yun sa paligid mo, the touch. Pero, you could be awakened by your alarm. Gumagana pa rin yung hearing 100%. Also, if one is unconscious, alam mo yung mga nasa bedridden na mga nasa ICU, ganun. Naka-coma, nasa coma. Minsan yung ibang senses nila ayaw gumana. But, their hearing still works. Di ba yung iba, paggising nila after the coma, natandaan nila yung mga pinag-usapan ng tao sa paligid. Yung mga kamag-anak. Di ba? So, ganun ka-importante hearing. Kasi we receive the knowledge through hearing. Oh yes, ganun din sa reading. But when you are reading it, you are hearing. So, the best way to read is you are pronouncing it, hearing. But nothing is bad when you're hearing just by your eyes. I mean, reading it by your eyes. So for us to be much more open to receive the knowledge from teachers, we must learn how to open our ears. Not just be selective. Yung gusto mo lang marinig. So be open. You open your heart means you open your ears. So letter E natin, eternal education. So you have your Bhagavad-Gita as it is with you sa tabi nyo. Can you show it sa camera so I can see? Yan. How's my audio and video? Medyo nagalag yung video nyo. Pero ako ba? Kamusta? Is it still fine? Choppy. Okay. Try ko lumipat ulit. Okay. No video laggy. Oh, it's the same thing. Every connection have some log. Yan. Could you at least hear me ba? That is the audio. If you could hear me, isang like naman dyan. Or you can type. Yung videos ninyo medyo nagalag din for me. It's my connection. Please forgive us for the technical difficulties, disturbances. So yeah, naririnig pa rin ba ako? The audio is clear. Nakikita ko si Maya. Si Stan. Stan, could you hear me ba? Oh, probably may audio. Okay, give me a sec. How about this? I'll try my data. At least the audio. Malino ba yung audio? Intermittent pa rin yata. How is it now, Stan? So give me a sec lang. We'll try to figure this out. Yan, mas okay na at least yung audio. So yes, if you have your Bhagavad-Gita with you, please open them sa yan, audio is better. Yan. Please open them sa chapter 4, verse number 2. So, in chapter 4, verse number 2, it was mentioned, the supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. So the idea of passing down the knowledge from the supreme papunta sa mga different generations. Originally, the kings are saintly. The emperors are saintly, di ba, sa Mahabharat. Kaya nagkakaroon ng war kasi yung ibang kings nagiging materialistic lang. They're doing, serving their leadership as for their own ulterior motives lang. Selfish leadership na yung ginagawa nila. So the kings, yung roles nila is to protect this passing down of knowledge. Pero as time goes by, which is palagi nangyayari, the chain of disciplic successions are broken. Then, yung knowledge mukhang nilolost. So it is just like the river. Minsan nawawala yung river, pero underground lang pala siya. So this knowledge is always have been like that. Then what happens next is you check yung text number 3. That very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. So si Krishna, inuulit niya yung knowledge na yon. So previously, pinag-usapan na nila yon, it was being passed down, tas naputol. Then he reincarnate himself here. Incarnate himself here. So, for him to repeat, to refresh yung knowledge, sa sinuulit niya kay Arjuna. So that is the scenario sa Bhagavad-Gita. It happened many times. If you attended yung class natin this morning no sa Monkey the Middle podcast, ganun din yon. By different incarnation ni Krishna, he's repeating. Tapos magka-pass down ulit from teacher to disciple. Tapos pag na-break yon, Krishna will appear again. So these are one reason bakit bumababa yung Supreme sa material world. Bakit maraming incarnation din siya. So if you have your Bhagavad-Gita, you can turn sa chapter 4, text 7. Yan. Si Maya, may mic ka ba, Maya? Could you read the chapter 7? Chapter 4, text 7, 4.7.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah. Chapter 4, text 7. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself.
So thank you. So this is the reason when will the Supreme descend. So pag may predominance uli ng religious practice. Yung decline ng religious practice and predominance ng rise ng irreligion. So bababa siya to repeat that. O son of Bharat, that is, or descendant of Bharat, that's Arjuna. So Krishna is talking to Arjuna. And could you continue sa text 8 and 9, Maya?
To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to reestablish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Text 9.
One who knows the dental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna.
So thank you. So this is the reasons na ginagawa ni ng Supreme si Krishna, yung pagpunta niya rito sa material world in different incarnations. So we will learn sino yung mga incarnations din niya. As well as we will see yung knowledge, kaya transcendental knowledge. What's the greatest knowledge is knowing yung connection natin to the Supreme. Knowing Him. Sino siya? Di ba pag nag-usap tayo, nalalaman natin yung sa friends natin, importante yung birthday. Di ba? Kung mahilig ka sa astrology, saan ka pinanganak, tapos anong time. But yung mga activities, di ba? Gusto nila malaman yung mga activities. Pag fan ka ng isang person na personality or artist, gusto mo malaman yung mga buhay nila. Bakit maraming mga showbiz channel talking about celebrities? Because they want to know that the life ng person na yon. Bakit meron tayo mga reality show? Ganun din. Pero sino yung best person na gusto natin malaman yung buhay? 'Di ba? Yung Supreme. Kasi we want to connect to Him. We want to be much more personal. You want, if you're talking to Him, if you're meditating upon yung mga different practices and you're meditating na siya yung center of your meditation, you want na may connection. Kilala mo siya. Just like a person, when you are saying that you love that person, hindi pwedeng by words lang. Tapos di mo siya kilala, hindi mo alam yung name niya, hindi mo alam yung favorite things na gusto niya, hindi mo alam yung mga ayaw niya, hindi mo alam yung kung saan siya nakatira. Di ba? You must know those details. Those are the reciprocation, or I mean the prerequisite para masabi mo mahal mo siya. But you're knowing some details regarding that person. You cannot say, I love the Supreme. I love the Creator. Tapos wala ka, ano itsura niya? Anong pangalan niya? Saan siya nakatira? So, si Krishna is giving these details for us to be connected. Personal nga, di ba? Just like when each other, we try to connect, we're asking some details, di ba? What are the reasons that are making you happy? Reasons that are making you sad? So these texts are very important. And sinabi rin doon, when one knows this knowledge, he will not take birth again. So that's one process how to break that cycle of birth and death. Of course, if you know that knowledge, you're building that relationship to the Supreme. Yung birth niya, yung activities niya. Like ito, inaaral natin ngayon yung isang activity niya, which is yung sa pastime sa Bhagavad-Gita. The knowledge. Of course, ituro ni Krishna yung deeper meaning ng yoga. So, letter A dun sa ears natin. Yung E kasi, eternal education. Bakit pala eternal education? Kasi kay Krishna galing. It was being passed down. Hindi to bago, hindi to inimbento. Pero it's always relevant. It's always relevant ngayon. It was relevant before. It will always be relevant in the future. Si Arjuna experienced the bewilderment, the depression. Um, Meron siya mga decision making na kailangan gawin. Then he needed a teacher. So same knowledge. Pero eternal siya. So it has to be passed down. And we need to have the accurate understanding. So hindi natin pwedeng i-misinterpret yung Bhagavad Gita just reading by ourselves lang. 'Di ba, the process of reading it, kailangan may association ng other devotee or bhakta so we could understand it more ng teacher. Actually, everyone is searching for Krishna in different aspects of his manifestation. Some worships the material creation ni Krishna. So, yung iba wino-worship yung mga kotse, di ba? Or yung mga collection. Or pag may collection kang bag, di ba? Mas maraming oras and pera and palagi mo siyang iniisip. Diba? Or may collection silang mga sneakers sa mga guys. Diba? So, these are also energy of Krishna. Actually, everything naman. Or some are worshiping the elements. Diba? Those who are worshiping the crystals or worshiping the planets. Some are worshiping the demigods. So those are also mga creations ni Krishna. Indirectly lang, sila nakakonect kay Krishna. That is why the process of Bhakti Yoga is an elevator um, of Bhakti Yoga, the process. Lalagpasan mo yung lahat ng ladder kasi you're directly connecting kay Krishna. And this knowledge is the direct knowledge. So everyone is searching for Krishna in different aspects of his creation. Pinag-usapan natin yung material na meditation. Again, nakita natin to before. Yung mga impersonalists, they want to connect to the Supreme through the light. Love and light. The Supreme is the light. Everyone is light. It is very true. But it is impersonal. Di ba walang itsura, walang pangalan, walang connection, walang relationship, just the light. These are the practice of, kung nakikita nyo, mga Buddhists. This is the practice of Buddhists. Voidism, they want nothingness, um, temporary things, which are very true. Pero the goal is up until impersonal relationship lang. Or tinatawag yung Brahman or Nirvana. Diba? Smells like Teen Spirit. Nirvana, the light. When I pass away, I pass this life, punta ako sa light. You enter the light. Actually, this light is the effulgence of the Supreme. Aura niya yon, yung Brahman or Brahmajuti in some terminologies. But you cannot see or get through this because we don't have personal relationship. Kung ang meditation mo is nothingness and light, pag namatay ka, anong result? Nothingness. Wala. Kasi that's the meditation. So if you want to meditate on money, pwede maging result money or attachment sa money. So ganun din sa impersonalists. Oh, they're better than the materialists though. Because they want to transcend. So another is meditator. These are part na ito yung nagka-practice ng Ashtanga. So the 8 limbs. Hindi lang yung flow yung buong Ashtanga, Nayayama, Niyama, Pranayama, Asana, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So they do the yoga. The reason bakit may yoga asana is for us to control our senses. Byproduct lang yung magandang katawan. To control the senses, even the breathing. So when we meditate, we can focus much more. And yung meditation nila kaya huli yung samadhi is to meditate from the God within, the Supreme within. Or it is called Paramatma or Super Soul. So ito yan, meditator. So habang ginagawa nila yung may product, may nagiging extra result na mga mystic powers. So the focus natin is not to divert papunta doon sa mga mysticism ng yoga. Sometimes you'll be much sensitive. You could read people's vibe or you could see aura. We don't need to focus on that. Kaya yung samadhi, they meditate dun sa Paramatma or Super Soul. Super Soul. So much easier. In this body, we are the soul and the Super Soul is also there. So kasama mo si Krishna palagi. Siya yung ultimate best friend mo. Pero hindi mo siya nakikilala kasi walang personal relationship pa. You just want to meditate. Gusto mo na siya makita. And isang transcendentalist din is the devotee or the bhakta. Ito yung may connection directly to the Supreme. Kaya, di ba inaalam natin yung personal details tungkol sa kanya. Saan sinabi niya rin yon mismo. Even yung mga suot niya, yung shape ng earrings ni Krishna, diba? Yung flute niya may mga pangalan din. Diba? Yung different length, different age, saka different stories and pastimes niya. So, sino yung makakilala sa kanya? Of course, yung nag-meditate to the Supreme. Yung ganun detalyado na meditation. So, 3 levels of realization. Yung Brahman, the light. the super soul, and yung Bhagavan means the supreme. Paano matatawag na isang Bhagavan? He's the supermost in everything at the same time. Yeah, sige, thank you for reminding me. Audio's a little choppy. I'm very sorry for this. Let's try another one. Sound check. How about now? Mara. Okay, mas okay ba ngayon? O mas choppy? Mas choppy. Sige lang, I'll try another one. Sound check. How about now? Oh, nawala yung audio. How about this time? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Sound check, sound check. Could you hear me, Mara? Ay, Maya. Nakita ko si Maya. Saka si Maui. Wala. How the audio? Okay, let's try this. Sound check, sound check. Yan. Much clearer na yung audio ko. Okay, thank you very much. I think this time, ang daming gumagamit ng internet. No? Just before neto and after neto, okay na okay. Yung 7 o'clock talaga, ano, prime time. So, yes, who realized Krishna fully? Only the pure devotees. Kasi siya may direct connection. So, accurate understanding, we must distinguish sino yung demigod sa God. Godhead. Kaya personality of Godhead. Demigods, kung makikita natin sa Lord Shiva, sa Lord Brahma, diba? Lord Indra, Surya, Sun God. We must not mistake them as the supreme. But they are in a position. But they're also souls like us. They have a karma na mapunta sa position na yon to lead, to manage. So demigods sila, small gods sila. So they are also part and parcel. They are souls, but they have to be in a role. Diba? Like the sun god, siya yung department ng sun. Siya yung namamahala nun. Sa moon, si Chandra. Diba? The water, ganon. And you could see yung ibang culture, they worship the demigods. Because the demigods gives back. Of course, yung mga binibigay ng demigods are material lang. It is just like when one gives money to the um, fixers sa LTO. Sino may driver's license dito? 'Di ba? Malinis yung ba kinuha yung license nyo para mabilis or may quick fix? So, quick fix, 'di ba? Parang ganon. Mabilis yung may result si demigods. The problem is, when you wish or pray sa demigod, minsan binibigyan niya kagad. And madalas, hindi to improving sa spiritual natin na mga bagay. Minsan nakakaligaw siya ng landas. Maraming story na ito. Just like si Lord Shiva, one demon worship Lord Shiva. And yung pinipray niya kay Lord Shiva is yan. Krishna is yan. Yung pinipray niya kay Lord Shiva is magkaroon siya ng mystic power na kung sino yung hawakan niya ng ulo, mag-fall off mag-fall yung ulo, yung head. Mapuputol. So, okay, binigyan ng benediction ni Lord Shiva. Ang problema tong demon na to, demon talaga. Parang walang nagbago. Pwede ko pa i-try sa'yo. Tapos hinabol niya si Lord Shiva everywhere. So si Lord Shiva, takbo siya ng takbo. Then ginawa niya, he went to Lord Vishnu and he plead. Sabi niya, I have this demon who is my devotee. Then he asked for a benediction. Ang problema, sa kanya gusto i-apply. Tapos sabi ni Lord Vishnu, okay, I'll try to pacify. Then kinausap niya yung demon na to. Ba't ka ba naniniwala dito kay Lord Shiva? Kay Shiva? Hindi mo ba alam, hindi man yung ibang ginagawa niya hindi totoo. May kwintas nga siya ng skull, tapos nagko-cover nga siya ng mga ashes. Tapos yung hair niya, matted hair. Hindi siya nagugupit ng buhok. Hindi niya sinusuklay. Hindi totoo yan. Try mo sa sarili mo, hawakan mo yung ulam. So this demon is not so smart. Hinawakan niya yung head niya. Tapos nalaglag. Same thing with us. We might wish and meditate on things, pero ikapahamak pala natin. Sabi nga, be careful for what you wish for. So yung demigods, because easily give, di ba? Parang, kilala na yung demigods eh. They want, may mga sacrifices, may mga fire, tapos yun nga, yung mga pranams and namaskar sa kanila. You want to please them. Yung tribe ng Philippines, meron ganun eh. They worship para magpaulan, which is, binibigay ni Indra, siya yung demigod of weather, rain. Same. Diba? Dati, mas alam nila yon, mas kabisado ng mga old people yon. So, those are demigods. Pero hindi lahat ng binibigay nila beneficial sa atin. Iba nakakapahamak. And they are temporary. Material yung mga binibigay nila. Godhead, may nagtanong, ito, Godhead means God and head. Lahat ng demigods, siya yung pinanggalingan. Source of all, including demigods. Even yung mga incarnations niya, siya yung pinanggalingan. Kaya supreme personality. So, he's a person, pero supreme person. May itsura siya. Of Godhead. Siya sa kanya nang galing lahat. So, our correct understanding, we must understand who they are. So, hindi tayo naliligaw, hindi natin sila. Ano ba, you set up a sacred space, an altar, tapos kung sino-sino yun doon. It's okay if you have mga crystals doon, no problem. At least put the picture of Krishna on top of them. So, you'll become much more personal. And when you offer your sage or your incense, personal mo ino-offer. Diba? Yung iba, if you offer it to the elements, it is indirectly also offering to the demigod. But they're all offering it papunta kay Krishna. Indirect lang. And of course, yung intention natin is different. So we must have this accurate understanding. And the ears will receive this accurate understanding, just like what we're talking about, discussing. So, letter R natin is removing reactions. Very common natin naririnig, yeah, karma mo yan, kaya ka naging ganyan. Pero it's not like that. Di lang ganun kababaw yung karma. Pero yung karma yung agent to distinguish kung ano yung magiging next destination natin. This life or next lives. Kung magiging hayop ka next life. Or magiging demigod ka next life. Diba? Masyado ka. Gusto mong maging leader ngayon. Diba? Gusto mong controlling. Nakokontrol mo lahat ng mga tao, lahat ng mga bagay. The mode of nature will give you that facility together with other good karma. Diba? Parang hindi magiging demigod ka. People will worship you. Pero ang sakit na ulo mo. Kasi minamanage mo yung universe. Si Lord Brahma nga, 4 yung head niya in this universe. Kailangan niya yung to manage yung whole universe. Diba? Try mo i-manage yung ano. Ayoko na kwento ko na ba yun? Um, I have this, merong isang devotee na military data and people are, saluting and listening to him kasi may position siya. Pero yung nagkaanak siya, nagkaroon siya ng realization. Kasi yung mga anak niya ayaw makinig sa kanya. Pero yung mga military, yung mga staunch na mga army, nakikinig, di ba? Sir, yes. Sir. Yung anak niya ayaw makinig. Diba? Na-realize niya, okay, I'm not the controller. So if you have this kind of mentality, okay, next life, bibigay sa'yo niya if you want, para ma-fulfill. So karma. So we have different kinds of karma, tatlo yon. So remember, yung V karma, that's yung upper left. V karma is the bad karma. Bad karma. So para hindi makalimutan. Ito yung bad results, bad reactions from the bad actions natin. Yung karma, it's the good reaction. So, in misconception natin is karma is masama palagi. Yan, karma mo yan. Di ba? So, good and bad karma, nangyayari yon. Akarma, like sa Sanskrit, pag nilagay ng letter A, means um, void, wala. So, akarma means no karma. It is a spiritual karma. So, different activity siya and reaction. So, yung akarma means hindi siya good and hindi siya bad. Kasi yung activity and yung consciousness is directed papunta sa Supreme. So, anong result? Hindi ka na magkakaroon ng good and bad karma. Means, hindi ka kailangang ipanganak ulit dito sa material world. So, when one does his duty as yung swadharma nila, yung material duty, in connection to the Supreme, dun sa service, sa Dharma, one accumulates akarma. So, slowly. Di ba may Dharma and Swadharma. May eternal, um, yung soul natin is to serve and yung Swadharma natin, material position. Yung skills, talents, position natin. So, if one does this duty in connection to the Supreme, serving to the Supreme, okay, I need to, like this is George Harrison, I'm gonna write songs that will awaken the souls of everyone. Hanggang ngayon, di ba? May effect pa rin yung mga kanta niya spiritually. So that's a karma. He connected his talents and skills sa service. So, wala siyang good and bad karma doon. Spiritual karma. Anong result nun? Hindi ka na ipapanganak dito sa material world. Balikan na sa home, sa real home natin. So, we'll talk much more further on this. At least alam natin tatlo. And letter S, last letter, most importantly, for us to have this all na diniscuss natin, we must seek truth by knowledge of Casey is Krishna conscious. Or ito yung Jnana Yoga. Knowledge in connection to the Supreme. So may difference kapag may word na yoga. Gyani means impersonalist or just being wise. Diba? May PhD ka, may masteral ka, diba? Matalino siya sa mga bagay. That's a Gyani. Or Jnana Yoga means you're knowing something from the Supreme. Something kasi you cannot know all. Just something. So we need to seek the truth. Ito yung gusto natin. Diba? The truth shall set you free nga. We have a lot of questions sa buhay natin, di ba? So, anong answer? So, sa letter S natin, yung text stamp 34, ito yung kinabisado ninyo. Kung nakabisado nyo talaga. Tadvidi paripatena, paripasena se, vaya opadeksyan, tete gyanam, gyanina statvadar, shina. Translation. Could you read this? See ito. Sakit lang. Yan. Mara, you have a mic, Mara. I'll unmute. Yeah.
Ayan. Okay. Yes, I do. All right. So, translation, just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self realized souls can impart knowledge onto you because they have seen the truth.
Thank you. So, this is the different teachers. Let's dissect them. Let's try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. You cannot learn the truth by approaching someone na inimbento lang nila. It's not the real truth. Diba? Na naginip lang sila, naging author sila ng libro, then they have a lot of followers. Ang dami lang student, pero wala silang teacher. Walang connection. Hindi siya eternal knowledge. So, nagets natin yung concept, diba? So, wala siyang connection. Sino yung teacher niya? Wala siyang mapakita. Then, at the end, because of that meditation, slash delusion. Sabihin niya sa mga tao, I'm God. So we must know, even the demigods are not God or the supreme. Tayo rin. Yung ibang nagkakaroon ng mga mysticism because of yoga or meditation, they feel na sila yung in control sa yung supreme or God. We must not think or we must not follow those who are claiming that sila yung God. So we need to be in line. So to learn the real truth, you must approach a teacher. And we cannot also just manufacture. Or punta lang tayo sa India or nag-take lang tayo ng LSD, ng psychedelic. Or nag-holotropic breathing tayo, ano pa mga nag-peyote ka or DMT or ayahuasca. Ang daming ganon ngayon, di ba? Although lahatak lang yun ng mga previous na mga era. And nag-meditate ka or maraming numbers of hours ka sa yoga, you cannot say you're spiritual already. Or you have this knowledge of spirituality already. Without the connection sa guru, it is just mental speculation. It could be true or it could be not. And we don't want to spend our life, limited time natin, in pursuing yung, hindi pala totoo yun. Alam mo, pag namatay ka, alam mo yung question, paano pag namatay ako, tapos di pala totoo yung mga pinagagawa ko buong buhay ko? Sayang, di ba? So we don't want to be fooled, di ba? By anyone claiming to be God. Punta ka lang sa Quiapo, ang daming incarnation doon. Diba? Ewan ko hanggang ngayon or naka-mask din sila. Parang, incarnation ka ba? Ba't ka naka-mask? Kung ikaw yung supreme, dapat di ka pinadon. But yeah, so kailangan bona fide or legit. So I'm very sorry muna kasi I might go a little bit overtime because of the internet kanina. So inquire from him submissively. Ito yung role ng isang student. We must ask mga important questions sa teachers. Inquire from him in the mood of humility, submissively. Hindi yung, ano favorite color mo? Diba? That's too shallow. Diba yung activity natin, like to each other, it's a little bit deeper. So, ganun lalo sa teacher. We must ask pertinent, yung mga relevant question na ma-apply natin sa life natin. Important decision making, sa spirituality, diba? So, important question. In a mood of submissive mood. Hindi yun challenging. Gusto mong pakita na mas matalino ka sa kanya. He might be smarter than the teacher in certain areas. Sabi mo, expert ka mag-drums. Diba? Siya hindi. Diba? Or sabi mo si Michael Jordan, mas magaling siya sa coach niya. Mag-basketball. Pero bakit siya nag-coach pa? Diba? So, iba pa rin yung teacher. So, in submissive way. And the reciprocation ng student to the teacher is render service. How? You ask him, how could I be of service? How could I reciprocate? Ultimately, hindi na tayo maka-reciprocate basta-basta sa teacher, especially when they're giving us the knowledge. Tapos ano yung bibigay mo sa kanila yung knowledge din? Sa kanya nga yun eh. Pero, they will tell us how to reciprocate. Kasi personal nga tayo, di ba? We want to know ano yung masaya. Much more, in a teacher relationship and student, assisting him to do his duty as well. If he's a teacher, how could I assist you to serve your other or to teach it to other students? So, reciprocation, may service. May relationship. You don't get a mentor tapos wala kang pakialam sa kanya. Gusto mo lang matuto sa kanya ng something according to your industry or career. May relationship dapat. So, render service unto him. So, ito na yung mag-distinguish nung first line of spiritual master dun sa third sentence. The self-realized souls, so plural siya, can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. So, itong mga self-realized souls or mga advanced spiritually or advanced in knowledge, yung mga souls na to, so plural, can give us knowledge because they have seen the truth or may teacher din sila that they receive. So, may different teachers. Here, is being described in dalawang klaseng teacher. The first line, spiritual master, sila yung Diksha Guru. So just like the picture, giving initiation or formally connecting that student to the line of disciplic succession. Giving initiation and instructions. The other one is Siksha Guru. Give instructions. Sila yung madami. Sila yung third line. Sila yung mentors. Pwede mo rin maging mentor itong Diksha Guru. So gets nyo, dalawa yung pwedeng mentors mo. Pero isa lang yung pwedeng magbigay ng initiation. Isa lang yung maging spiritual master. Isa mentor lang, teacher lang, or Siksha Guru. Pero isa lang, kaya singular lang to, spiritual master. Teacher mo, yung spiritual guru mo. And you were trying to connect sa guru, sa spiritual master. But most of the time, they find us. Many lifetimes. And they are very selfless. Kasi, yung iba doon, spiritual master mo na sa previous lives. Either naligo ka lang na landas, pero he is a pure devotee. Pwede na siya bumalik doon sa abode ni Krishna, sa spiritual world. But hindi pa siya bumabalik doon. He stays here in the material world hanggat di pa na makakabalik lahat ng disciples niya, ng students niya. And he wants to spread also sa iba. So selfless. At the same time, the initiating guru takes the karma of the disciple on the initiation. Diba? Familiar ba kayo sa ganito? Sino yung may ganito? Kinuha nila yung scenes ng mga tao, ng disciple niya. Nag-gets niyo yung connection, di ba? Sino yun? Sino yun? Sino yung kumuha ng scenes? Oh, yeah. Same. Kasi may disciples din siya, di ba? So, same concept, pero yung mga tao hindi naiintindihan yung ganong knowledge. So, yung guru takes the scenes on that moment. Pero pag umulit ka na ng scene mo, ng karma mo, same. Wala na. Ikaw na yun eh. Back to zero. Clean slate ka na. Pero depende sa activities. But it is not very cheap how to become a disciple of a spiritual master. We have to be deserving, and we have to render service. And the one who will help us, kahit wala pa tayo dun sa path of having a spiritual master, the one who will always help us is the Siksha Guru, the mentors. Kasi madalas yung Diksha Guru, yung mga initiating guru, marami silang disciples, they're traveling all over the world, they're advanced in age. So the mentors, or sila yung mga kuya, or yung mga mas senior, madalas disciple din ng spiritual teacher yun. Or sometimes, just like what I did when I was younger, meron lang akong mga mentors na mga monks. Habang nasa school ako, ng college ako noon, lagi ko yung kausap. So I have friends, real friends, Facebook time, Friendster time pa yun, or Multiply time pa yun. Lagi nagka-chat kami. Diba? I'm telling them, lalo na pag may mga big decision making ako sa buhay. Diba? I'm seeking their advice. And no one could give us better advice than those who are advanced spiritually. Sometimes, hindi sila expert sa material na anong path mo, pero they could see beyond that. Diba? Okay, you'll take this career, diba? Pero, kamusta magiging plan mo in your day? Kasi you'll have, yun mo yun, basically, just a time to sleep. The rest, kahit kumain, wala pa. Or hindi ka makapagluto ng sarili mo. Then, how will you practice your meditation? So, see, things like this. Yung work-life balance. Diba? They have a different view. And di sila nasisilaw sa material na mga bagay. You don't get a spiritual mentor and pay them. No. Tapos, or bibigyan ng certificate. No. It's a relationship. Spiritual relationship. You don't get this anywhere. And very selfless yun kasi they're willing to hear, they're willing to guide us. Anong reciprocation? They're very simple. Diba? i-elevate natin yung consciousness natin. Nag-greatest gift sa teacher kapag nag-elevate tayo. Of course, we should ask them how could we reciprocate. So sila yung mga um, mentors, spiritual teachers. So that's different from um, spiritual master. This is only one, or initiating guru. So I am not an initiating guru. One could have disciples if his guru already passed away. That's the common what's happening. You cannot accept the disciple if you have your guru is leaving. And also you should be qualified. You should be in the level of being a spiritual master. And we should have a spiritual master who is leaving. Buhay siya. Hindi ka pwede mag-spiritual master ng nag-pass away na. Kasi may relationship kayo eh. So what I do in the position of my service is mostly Siksha Guru. That's my service. I'm not claiming I'm to be a guru. I'm just serving as giving instructions or guiding. So on this side tayo. Yan. Those who wants to be mentored spiritually or personal coach, spiritual coach or meditation coach. But usually those who wants to be connected sa spiritual teacher, my spiritual master, Gridhar Swami, they also meet. Yung previous student, they will meet. They met yung spiritual teacher ko rin. It's very rare to really have a conversation with the same person. My spiritual master has been a monk for 50 years na yata. He's from US during the hippie times when Srila Prabhupada came there. Tapos, since teenager or early 20s, full-time monk na siya. And until now, dire-diretso. He's been serving this area sa Asia, sa Philippines since 80s. Basta hindi pa ako pinapanganak daw. Monk na punta na siya rito. He doesn't speak Tagalog, but I'm sure he understands a little bit. So, yeah. So if you want to meet him or attend some of his classes, let me know. So yes, very important din yon, and very rare chance and opportunity to meet this kind of people. We don't get to meet them normally every day, no? So yeah, these are different kinds of teachers. Hopefully nasagot ko yung tanong mo, Meryl, before yung tanong mo last week. So diksha or initiating guru, and sometimes they're giving instructions then, lalo na if you have close relationship, proximity then. Just like my spiritual master, I do serve him. Now he's in the other room giving class then. So we have he also he's also my mentor in spirituality, in teaching, in studying. He's also my initiating teacher or guru. I have also different mentors. I have 5 mentors or 6 mentors. So if I have this important decision making in my life, they all know. But having one is okay. In different aspect lang yun, because I'm in a path where a monk life. So in different aspect where I serve. So in traveling, in the service of studying and teaching. So they guide me. Mga talagang yun. Nakakatuwa kasi sila yung mga from the hippie times. Sarap pag may kausap ka mga advanced, mga elderly, di ba? Lalo na pag spiritually advanced. They could see the things that you don't see. Not just, alam mo yun, in different dimension, pero yung hindi natin nakita yung perspective sa buhay. They could guide us. So, they will save us from all the trials and errors. So, that's the important, ayun yung sagot. Importance of having a teacher. Hindi mo na kailangan daanan na lahat ng trials and errors. Yung mga experimentation, they will tell you through hearing. We should hear from them. Diba? It will be dangerous for you, or you can do this. Diba? They will give us advice or instructions, diba? To live our life. Hindi ka na maliligaw. You don't have to waste your time. Di ba may mga taong gano'n na, diba, 30, 40, 50 years old, Grabe, ngayon ko lang na-realize ang harsh ko palang tao. Minsan may mga wake up ko lang gano'n, 'di ba? Pero ang tanda na. Tapos wala pala siya na-realize niya, wala siyang kaibigan sa paligid niya kasi yung ego niya always gets in the way. Tapos ang tagal niya. In friendship, kaya importante to have equals. So, ito yung mga relationship with others. Kaya we ask each other for the reasons or to make them sad and um, happy. These are our equals. We can open up to them. If we're really close, they could give us good feedback, really honest feedback. Diba? And we have, of course, those who are seniors to us, like the teachers, spiritual teacher, and the spiritual mentor. And of course, we have the junior to us. Yung anak mo, yung bunso mong kapatid, or yung subordinate sa work, they look up to us naman. So, hindi lang pwedeng they look up to us na puro junior lang kasama mo or puro equal lang. We must have someone senior to us. So, we could not be also puff up with the ego at the same time. Maganda yung guidance natin. So, this is ears. Eternal education because we want to learn the real knowledge. Eternal kasi kay Krishna galing yung knowledge. Like this one, having a teacher, having a guru. So si Krishna kapag gumababa siya rito sa material world, nag-take din siya ng shelter sa guru. Imagine siya na yun Pero to set an example, nagkakaroon din siya ng spiritual teacher. So those are great leaders. They teach by example. So ganun yung ginagawa niya. Meron din siyang teacher. May guru din siya. But of course, alam ng guru niya na supreme yun. Pero you have to do it. So we will tell yung mga stories na to in the future. An accurate understanding, this kind of knowledge, like the demigods, we have to distinguish sino yung demigod, sino yung Godhead. Then ano yung pangalan niya, yung details sa kanya. You cannot go in a meeting sa mga politician and lahat ng tao pa din tawaging President. Mr. President, Mr. President. It will be an offense for the President and also it will be awkward dun sa mga hindi President. Hindi ako. Yung na demigods ganun din. Hindi ako, ba't ako inaano mo? So, it's a waste of time and also ang awkward, ang gulo lang nun. So, we must know sino yung mga position. And removing reactions. We have the good and bad karma. Sadly, if you perform Bhakti Yoga, pati yung good karma mo mawawala. I'm very sorry. Si Krishna nagsabi nun Good, yung bad karma, okay mawala, di ba? Pero yung good karma, minsan unwanted baggage din yon. You will be born again kasi. You will be born again to have, kunyari, mayaman yung family ka ipapanganak ay yung good karma mo. Pero you're gonna be born again. Pero mayaman pala sila pero drug lord yung parents mo. Kasi in combination of karma. So collective ang karma. Ko-combine niya yung life mo. And also minsan by group. Di ba may mga accidents, calamities. It's a collective karma. War, di ba tong Battle of Kurukshetra, ito yung mangyayari. They have to kill the other side. It's a collective karma for them. So, para mawala yung good and bad karma, we need to do akarmic activities. Which is yung, like the chanting, removing of unwanted baggages. So, we don't want good karma lang. We want spiritual karma. Where the result is getting closer kay Krishna. So, kaya beyond. Kasi yung good karma material pa rin beyond. So, removing reactions or akarma. Seeking truth by knowledge because we need to have a teacher. Yung having a spiritual master or initiating guru, it comes in time or it's a progress, may process siya. Hindi siya yung instant. Having a mentor is much more easier and accessible because they will help us how to serve or find or look or connect dun sa guru. Or kahit yung iba matagal pa. I've known this Krishna consciousness, the monks, when I was younger. It took me more than 10 years to have the officially the initiation or connection sa guru. Pero may kilala ko lang siya, nag-email na rin kami nung spiritual master ko na when I was younger. Pero that official, me given yung name ko, he gave my name or and the other ceremony. It took a while. Yung iba 1 year lang. Pero siyempre, I was younger back then. So, ganito, yung spiritual mentors are the one who will help us. It could be one or many, pero it could help us in our lives. Sila yung, ano man, you could always call, open up. Sila yung could listen. You could always seek advice. Sila yung mga ride or die natin in an up senior level. So yes, these are the services in connection sa having a teacher and yung reciprocation natin sa teachers. So before natin mag-picture, I mean, mag-group picture and question and answers, papakita ko muna yung assignments ninyo. Sino dito yung tambak na ng assignments? Assistant no tawa. So yes, read the verses and purports 5.29 and 6.47. 5.29, we're gonna see yung state ni Krishna in comparison sa atin. And also 6.47, sino yung mga best yogis sa process ng yoga. Parang sa yoga ladder. Si Krishna explain niya yun, sino yung best yogi for him. So all throughout this, from 2 to 5 and 6, in-explain ni Krishna yung different kinds of yoga. In-explain niya kay Arjuna. So andun lahat yun sa Bhagavad-Gita. Then he mentioned kung ano yung best practice para sa this era and para sa'yo, para sa atin. And write down your realizations and each purports. So please open your camera kasi mag-picture muna tayo kasi overtime na. I'm still waiting for the assignment dun sa friends and mentors dun sa iba. And those who have asked me to be their mentor, mag-uusap tayo. Call or, yeah, may connection tayo dun. I'm gonna give you my number then so you can connect easily. Yan. Thank you very much. Nakita ko kayo. Yan sila Keiko, sila Car. Yan sila Jake. Ayan, lumabas na si Joanne. So everyone smile in the camera. Count of 3 and 1, 2, 3. You can do our pranams. 1, 2, 3. I'm most humbled and honored to have your presence every night. But of course, we will miss each other 3 times this week. Magkikita tayo ulit Monday evening. Thursday na ngayon, di ba? Oh yeah, Thursday na. So Monday evening tayo ulit magkikita. But if you want to be connected pa rin, every day we have the chanting session. Yung iba sumasama na nga sa inyo. 5:30 to 7 o'clock in the morning. So you can join. Saglit lang, naririnig niyo ba ako or nag-log? I'll wait for a while. Okay na yung audio? Okay, nag-log kanina. So you can join anytime from between 5:30 to 7 if you want to chant one round. Yung iba nagka-chant na mas matagal. Kasi you will be together in chanting. So it's a good investment sa day natin kasi unang-una you will wake up early. Diba? Ang hirap ng maghanap ng reason to wake up early. At the same time, yung first thing na gagawin mo kagad is meditation. And you have the association kagad on. May advantage din tong online na to eh. So after nun, mostly 5 times a week, except yung Sunday and Tuesday, mayroong Monk in the Middle podcast. It's a deeper yoga philosophy where we find the relevance from the scriptures dun sa daily lives natin. So, yung iba umaten na rin nun. 7 to 8 o'clock yun. So, it's on Facebook Live as well. So, yeah. Please spend your weekends chanting every day pa rin, regularly. So, second week na natin nag-chant. Sino dito yung consistently chanting? Yes, nagtaas sila. Nice to see. Oh, that's the greatest gift you could give me. as service to facilitate this, knowing you're chanting. That's my fuel. Kasi I know you'll experience the full benefit if you're also regularly meditating. If you miss, pero last option na to, if you miss a day for chanting, babayaran mo siya next day. Chant double. But don't make it as an excuse. Ay, bukas na lang. Try your best pa rin. Be committed. So yes, try to chant every day and do your assignment. Plus, if you want to read along with us, yung whole chapters ng Bhagavad-Gita, even the verses lang, please do so. So, na-follow nyo. If you are a fast reader or really good, alam mo yun, gusto mong magbasa, you can read the purports. So, before tayo mag-question and answer, I just want to thank everyone. Yan, nagtataas na iba. Krisha, Joanne, good evening and thank you. Bea, Shara, Dan, Hare Krishna, Jake, JP, Carly, Keiko, Maya, Mara, Marie, Maui, Net, yan, mga nagpupusin na talaga extra po yan sa atin. PY, Sherab, oy, hello Sherab. Some of the classes nasa group chat natin. So if you want to catch up. Stan, back then Aika, back to McCoy, back then Milka. Hare Krishna and good evening everyone. If you want to stay, you can stay for some questions and answers. Krisha, please, then next is Joanne.
Hello. Okay, how did you know that you wanted to have your own guru? How do you know when you want to become a disciple? Like, what was your decision-making process?
Like me personally or a person in
Like,
general?
both?
Both. So, are you talking about the spiritual master or just the mentor or the shiksha? Both then? Okay, okay. Sorry, sorry. Yan.
Spiritual master, but both is good.
Okay. Sige lang. Ayan, yan. So, you can all unmute. Tinanggal ko na yung lock. But yeah, thank you kasi that's a very relevant question. When do we need a teacher? Pinag-usapan natin yung question ng topic natin, the importance. And when? Diba? If you have, if you want to be serious in your life, then you have experienced a lot of things. And you have realized na hindi mo kaya lahat. And you are somewhat put in a humble position na, okay, I need help. So most of the people, ito yung scenario nila. When they realize they need help, na hindi sila yung, alam mo yung, alam mo yung darating yung time na gano'n eh. Life is a humbling experience. No matter who you are. Kahit materially or spiritually. Darating sa moment na hindi pa lang yung pinakamagaling. Everywhere you go, kahit champion ka sa school nyo, pag punta mo sa ibang lugar, may mas magaling sa'yo. And also, when you are in the path na nakukuha mo halos lahat for some time, tapos biglang ayaw na, tapos ma-realize mo nga, no, it's just my ego. So, yung mga tao may mga wake-up call, then they will realize, I need help. Paano? Sino? There's a lot of bogus guru. Sino yung susundin ko? Great author lang kasi bestseller siya or marami siyang followers. Diba? Sino yung susundin ko? Diba? Tapos makikita mo ang dami. Alam mo yun? We're always looking for someone to follow. Because, diba, naturally, we are servants. So, habang na tatanggal yung mga coverings na yun, nagkaroon tayong realization. And we want always, diba, may mga idol tayo, may role models tayo, diba, may favorite tayong author, tapos yung binabasa natin, we're trying to live. May mga motivational speakers, diba, ang dami. The question is, sino yung gusto mong servan? Me personally, it happened, when I was younger, I have a lot of questions. For sure kayo din. Pero, mahilig kasi ako sa mga, sa music eh. Sa underground music eh. Mahilig ako sa sa heavy music, rock music, mga rock star. Diba? Talaga nakita ko sila, "Uy, ayos to, idol ko to." Tapos, I was younger, I was going to the mga gigs talaga. I do skate and do arts. So, nagulat lang ako kasi parang, bakit ganon yung mga idol ko ng mga musician? Ganito yung lifestyle nila. Tapos yung iba nag-suicide. Di ba? Parang, ito ba yung gusto ko maging? Tapos ito ba yung gusto kong idolin? Diba? People are looking up to someone palagi. Di ba? Yung mga bata, may idol sila. Idol na tito, di ba? Idol na artista. Pero, I want to be really connected. In me, personally, I want to be really connected and know kung sino talaga yung parang magbibigay sa akin. And, um, hindi naman siya, I don't trust people right away. Pero, I just want to, parang, in a deeper connection, sino yung susundin ko? The media or whatsoever. I don't trust the media. I don't trust the whatsoever na ibigay nila because that's marketing. Siguro mas namulat lang ako doon na, oh, it's marketing, it's advertising. Diba? So I want to find a bona fide teacher. So yes, when the students are ready, so it's an arrangement. Then I met some monks through my friends. Tapos I met the some of them I consider my mentors first. Then I met the spiritual master. And that is formality giving initiation. But if you want to connect sa spiritual master, you can always, palagi naman, easily. By the help, of course, yung mga mentors. Pwede kong pakilala, then you have the connection. And, of course, it's a relationship. You will test the guru. Yung inaral natin, Vacho Vegam, is he able to control the urge to speak, the mind's demand, actions of anger. Kailangan you will have an eternal connection sa kanya eh. Kailangan bona fide siya, hindi yung kung sikat lang siya kaya I'm your disciple. Ganun din, they will test the student. That's for the formal na initiation. So in the mentorship, ganun din of course, we must know kung sino yung senior sa atin that will help us in our lives. Early stage of my life, younger days ko, talagang alam kong hindi ako pinakamagaling. But I know having a coach, having a teacher will help you improve yourself. Wala lang akong, I know lang when I was younger na hindi ako yung pinagmaling pero wala akong masyadong limiting beliefs. Na ito lang yung kaya ko. Or, siguro like, my parents are cool. My dad is a metalhead. I grew up listening to heavy music. So okay lang yun. Long hair siya. May tattoo. So he's a cool person. So parang tinulungan niya akong hindi makulong sa kahon. Ganun yung thinking. So I was really open and really searching. Really searching. So yeah, that's short. My long answer and my short story. And I hope it connected. And to answer when? The right perfect time. That's the right timing. I saw someone, I hopefully okay yung answer ko sa'yo, Krisha. Yeah, and someone raised their hand. Sino yan? Si Joanne? Nandito ba siya? Or have to go na? Si Joanne yung nag-raise, di ba? Tama ba?
Okay, nasa, same na din po kay Krisha.
Talaga? What was
Ah,
your...
yun po, kung kailan po malalaman na eto na po yung time na ma-meet mo yung mentor mo or and meron pa po ako sana isang question.
Sure.
Paano mo ma-determine na this person is yung magiging spiritual master mo, hindi lang siya magiging mentor?
There's a relationship. So, for you to be able to know sino yung mga spiritual masters, Krishna set the standards then. Sino yung mga qualified to have spiritual masters. First of all, inline siya dun sa disciplic succession. Kasama siya dun sa linya. Just like, I'm telling you, my spiritual master is, his spiritual master is Srila Prabhupada. And kung matitrace mo dun sa Bhagavad-Gita, may line. There are 4 lines of spiritual teacher, spiritual master and disciple or parampara in in Sanskrit, or in much more technical terms, disciplic succession, disciple and succession. May 4 lines yon from Krishna hanggang sa generation na to. So from Lord Brahma, Krishna to Brahma, tas na-pass down. Tapos, the 4 Kumaras, anak ni Lord Brahma yon. Lord Shiva, and Sri Lakshmi. So yung 4 na yon, sila yung mga bona fide line. So the practice that we're studying is from Lord Brahma. Brahma, Gaudiya, Madhava Sampradaya. So ang line para malaman yun is yung mark, wala na, nabura na. Yung marking sa forehead. Yung mga line ni Lord Shiva, yung 3. Tapos yung Sri, saka yung 4 Kumaras, malaking marking na ganun. So you would know ano yung mga nasa lineage. So for one to be able to know yung spiritual master niya is bona fide, kailangan part siya ng 4 na yun. And also, there are a lot of pretenders. We must know kung sino sila. Diba? Ito yun, yung practice ng spirituality is not sentiment. I feel so connected lang. Tapos I feel na nagkakaintindihan kami. Or alam mo yun, hindi sentimental. That's why there's knowledge. Inaaral natin kung paano. So we don't want to be a victim of blind faith or just emotional connection lang. Tapos pag wala na yun, wala na. So we want, the real understanding, the truth. So even the mentors also, we want to be to have a mentor na could also help us, and also we could have a reciprocation relationship. Siyempre, pag may mentor, much more personal, with time. Sa initiating our spiritual master, it takes time kasi we have to qualify ourselves and all. But there's no pressure in time and all. Krishna arranges. But we have to work for it, of course, gradually. So don't worry much about it. At least if you have your spiritual mentor, it's a big first step and the easiest and accessible one. Thank you, Joanne. Sana sagot ko yung question mo or naligaw ba? Yan. May sinabi si Milka a while ago. So, actually, maraming Yan, Maya, thank you, thank you. Yan, the teacher will appear. Yan, yung question ni Maya, can we have many gurus or should we follow just one guru? Many gurus for siksha or for mentors. But of course, your mentor should be also in line. Madalas sila yung mga mas, if we are aspiring for spiritual master, sila yung mga senior natin doon, parang kuya mo, or advanced, so they could guide us easily, especially same culture, diba, same mga experiences sa family, or paano mo i-apply sa buhay mo, sila they could guide us. So we could have many siksha guru, but only one initiating or diksha or spiritual master. So the plural and the singular. Question for later yan. I recently learned about Harihara, or a fusion of Lord Vishnu and Shiva. Are they considered supreme? So this is a pastime where there were, this is a deeper pastime where si Krishna and Lord Shiva have a combination of personality. But of course, the supreme personality of God is Krishna. Even Lord Vishnu came from Krishna. And Lord Shiva came from Krishna. So, kaya dinistinguish ni Krishna mismo. And all the other incarnations, sinasabi si Krishna pa rin supreme. And all the other saintly persons, nasa scriptures din yan. So, we cannot just claim that one is the supreme or a demigod is the supreme. So, yes, in some way, Milka, because Lord Vishnu was is part of that. But Krishna is also in the name Krishna in his pastime, the flute, with 2 hands with the flute. So si Krishna, explain natin to further in the future chapters, but papag-usapan natin din ngayon. Pag nakita niyo yung mga ibang incarnations ni Krishna, si Lord Vishnu have a lotus and a conch shell, tapos club and chakra. So the others are weapon, the others are for his devotees. Diba yun yung reason niya? Annihilate the miscreants, re-establish the religious principle, and have the association with devotees. He gave for his devotees and annihilate the miscreants. So, ito yung ibang incarnations ni Krishna. But Krishna himself, kaya siya yung pinanggalingan, alam mo yung meron siya, two hands and a flute. He's just enjoying. Playing flute for his devotees, connection. So that's why he's the supreme. So marami pa tayong papag-usapan regarding that. And mas makikilala niyo si Krishna. And how the process of yoga is connected in relationship with him. Ang ganda pag-usapan, no, kasi hindi siya based sa blind faith lang. You just follow or you just do this. There's an understanding that we're trying to dig and unravel. And, you know. So another question before we go, or is that it? Kasi natok na si Bea. Thank you. They're fast and very transcendental. Sometimes my small human mind cannot. Yeah, that's always a realization when we read and we study. Ang dami natin di alam. Like the Bhagavad-Gita. Di ba? Ang dami ko palang di alam, no? It's humbling, di ba? Ang dami ko palang natutunan pa. Feeling ko ang galing-galing ko na. We must be always in that mood na we must learn. The more you think that you know a lot, it means you doesn't know a lot. The more we mature in life, especially in spirituality, the more we think and meditate na, okay, I'm just beginning to start, or I'm just starting to study this. I don't know a lot yet. So that's the realization. Because we have a limited brain. 32 MB lang yung mind natin comparison sa knowledge. Ilang tera yung kailangan mo. Yan. And that's why we need a teacher for us to understand yung mga binabasa o inaaral natin. And our experiences. Minsan, makukonekta yun eh. When you have a teacher and talking to them. Minsan nga, subtle lang eh. While you're just connecting Krishna from within, the super soul will make us realize. So thank you very much, my dear ones. I'll see you on Monday. If you want, again, you can connect. Same room and password din yan. 5:30 to 7 and 7 to 8. Maraming salamat, Bea, Shara, Jake, Joanne, Carly, Keiko, Mara, Marie, Maui, Sinet, PY, Sharab, Stan, Aika, Kev, and Milka. Hare Krishna. Good evening. And take it easy. Ingat pa rin kayo, ha? Be vigilant. Don't be afraid, but don't also let your guards down for this pandemic. Try to connect with each other, especially this group. Someone's positive. Try to connect with them. You know, at least talk, or if you could send some goods, prasadam, or plant-based food that will help them heal much more faster. That will be the best. Pag nakita ko kayo after netong pandemic, I'll bring some. Sila ba yung mga madalas ako sa Makati? Kasi yung gitna. If I go to Manila. Before this, nagkaroon kami ng. Sige, if you have to go, I'm just telling some stories. Before nung nagka-case dito ulit sa loob ng temple, I was going to Manila 2 to 3 times, even pandemic. So, yan, I meet a lot of students, saka mga friends din. So, we have some service and projects. Madalas ako sa poblasyon kasi my brother have a shop there. Tapos yung shop na yon, maraming mga practitioners din ng Bhakti. So, I meet them. Tapos parang common ground for, mas gitna siya. But I do also visit QC. Last time, I went to Cavite. Si Bea. I went to Cavite. Umikot ako sa Cavite to meet some. So maybe punta ako outside Manila after this. Pag gumaling na yung isang monk. So naka-isolate sila ngayon. Ako rin naka-isolate everyday naman. Lagi ako naka-isolate. There was a time before this, naka-isolate ako palagi kasi I was the one who was always going out. So lahat ng errands sa Manila ako yung taga-kuha, taga-bili, taga-asikaso, na I meet students. Then when I go to the temple, I don't see the monks. May sarili lang ako. So yeah, Krishna's mercy, hindi pa rin naman ako I don't know, maybe. Tapos di ko lang naramdaman masyado. But thank you very much. I need to go to do some services kasi hindi ako titigil magkwento sa inyo. I'm gonna catch up with the messages then and those who are the mentees. We need to meet pa rin. Kanina nag-meet kami ni Krisha for some project and service. Bye everyone. Hare Krishna. If you haven't chanted your rounds, chant tonight before you go to sleep.